Good afternoon, this is Lucky Links. As promised, I'm going to give you a video right now that illustrates a little bit of course I just dropped them all, illustrates a little bit about correspondences of the playing cards in Lenormand. And as I said in my previous videos for my new deck, the Once Upon a Time Oracle, I reassigned the playing card correspondences from the traditional Lenormand correspondences. Now, before I begin, I don't want anyone to think that I'm suggesting that you throw out what works for you. I still, of course, use my Lucky Links fortune cards, which have the traditional correspondences on them. Absolutely, whatever works for you, go with. And a lot of people have quite a bit of success with Lenormand this way and reading them the way that they read them. And I'm not suggesting at all that anyone change what works for them. What I am suggesting is that here's an opportunity maybe to look at them in a different way is all, and see if maybe here's something that you can use in your reading that might make it simpler for you. Because I get a lot of people writing me about Lenormand saying that it's difficult, or that they do things the way the books tell them and they end up with blocks. So I'm going to give you a little process here to use in relation to the correspondences and show how this new reordering of them is creates a process, and there's a real logic to the way I've ordered them here in a progression. For this, I'm going to use the clubs. Okay, so stick with me here. So now let me give you an example of one of the reasons why, as a cartomancer too, because I love playing cards. For example, the Jack of Spades traditionally is assigned to the child in traditional Lenormand. Now, a jack does indicate and can indicate a child, so that works. And in this case, a dark-haired child. But this also is traditionally in cartomancy the devil card. And I thought that was more appropriately assigned to the whip than the child. So if we look at this new one, I've assigned a jack, which in cartomancy can indicate a child, and with the clubs could indicate an active and or precocious child. And because this is Anne Shirley from Green Gables, it seemed to make a lot more sense. Now, I could have taken it another level and made it a jack of diamonds, and then it would be a red-haired child, but it's not necessary because I wanted this to be just to indicate a child and that connection there. And I'm going to show you why this goes in an interesting order. That makes sense in a moment. So, that said, don't throw out your old meanings unless you find out they don't work for you, and this works for you, that's great. So now, before I continue, let me say that there is also a reason why it goes from 6 to ace only, and that the 2, 3, 4, 5s are out of it. You see that in various different styles of European cartomancy, Russian cartomancy. There's a reason for that, which I'll discuss in the PDF, which I'm writing for this particular book. I don't want to bore you here. But, so, we're going to start with this. If we look at this, I'm going to use this as my example. I'm not going to show you all of them right in this video. We're going to use the clubs as an example. The clubs can be indicative of ambition. The way I originally learned it, ambition. Clubs indicate ambition. You could also say it means growth. It means vitality, action. But we're going to use ambition as the example, as this new progression can show you specifically how to use your ambition to create great success, and this ordering of the cards now shows you. So first, the first thing you need is a seed and or growth, the desire for growth and vitality, which is the tree, that's the 6. Second, that gives birth to a buzz, the 7 of clubs, which is a birds. So, birds also pass around seeds and disseminate information. Once that happens, you get a garden growing, which would be the 8. And also, that indicates, in relation to the clubs and ambition, the social acumen that you need in order to create success with anything that your ambition is. From that develops vitality and action, because you've got the growth, you've got the buzz, you've got the social acumen. Things start to move, the chariot and the 9. When things start to move and all of that stuff is behind it, you begin to develop a little power. and or protection in that case, which is the bears. That's the 10 of clubs. Once that starts to happen, you feel that you're in a position where you can take a risk, curiosity, and wonder develop. Because whenever you feel that sense of power, you start to become curious, feel a sense of wonder at the world around you because you're not struggling anymore. You're not back at that seed trying to make that seed grow. Now you have the opportunity to actually explore and experience a sense of wonder. And if you do it right, that wonder returns, that innocence returns. Once you've got that sense of wonder, you want to communicate it to others. Others become excited by your vision, excited by what you're ambitious about. And then, at that point, a sense of adventure and or connection and or commerce often develops. Other people want to be part of your adventure. That's where big business deals happen in the ship. That they get excited by your experience, your sense of wonder, your curiosity. You give them your dreams. They catch your dreams. And from that, greater action, the man and the ace can take place. So as you see in this order, the progression makes a great deal of sense and also provides you with a map of how to use your ambition to create a successful outcome for you. If you follow this as a process, you can actually apply it to some project or some bigger vision you have and make it work. The same thing works with the other 3 suits as well, and I'm going to discuss that in the little booklet I write for this, but that's it, and that's why I did it that way. So try it that way, see if using these correspondences you can write me at conjurehope.com or text me at 779-302-8009 to get a copy of this deck, or you can take a deck of playing cards, reassign them like this, and in my last video I show each one of the cards so you can see what I assigned to what, and then you see how that works for you. I'm Lucky Links, hoping this gives you a new idea, a new way to look at Lenormand for yourself, and maybe demystifies some of it, and actually maybe makes you go, well, you know, those other playing cards, for some of you, because people have always said to me, the other playing card correspondences didn't make sense for me, but maybe these will. So I'm hoping this helps. If you have any questions, put them in the thing below. As always, I'll do my best to answer your questions. And also, as always, I'm wishing you success and good fortune in all that you do.